What do you want? Everyone, Midwest Camper Guy here. Let's talk about the Ford F-150 2021. This is my truck Lariat model. I've had this for 6,000 and change. We'll look at the odometer when we go out there. Coming off of 2 Silverados and an F-250 and F-150s before that. So I want to talk about how this one's a little different, how it's a little different than the Silverado, why you need this truck. This is the Lariat trim package. I'm going to show you the window sticker here so you get an idea of what this truck has and what it really kind of compares to with the other trucks out there, so you get some baseline of how this kind of performs, especially when I do the towing clips. It is the 502A package. You can see it's about a $7,000 ad, but it was something that was worth it to me because it does add quite a bit of things over the 501 package. For example, the B&O sound system, chrome step bars. It basically adds a chrome package, which I already said I didn't like, but second row heated seats, power tilt telescoping wheel, adds the LED headlights and tail lamps, rain sensing windshield wiper, windshield wipe de-icer, heated steering wheel, which is awesome. Base Lariat comes with the power tailgate, I believe, as well. So these are all things that I personally liked to have in it. That's over the base 501A package. You can also see here some of the other items this has. It does not have the max trailering package, which I thought it wasn't necessarily important because I tow a 7,000 pound, 7,500 pound travel trailer. I do have the Pro Pride hitch, which makes a massive difference. The max trailer or max towing package was about $2,000, but this has what I consider the most important pieces of that max trailering package anyway. Those important pieces would be the 355 rear end. That will really help from a towing standpoint versus I believe it's a 323. The trailer tow package you can see for $1,090 that has a few items. It includes, for example, trailer brake controller. It also has a backup assist, which I personally think you should know how to back up a trailer without having to use that. Anyway, it also has a 36-gallon gas tank, which I think is a must if you're wanting to tow. The Silverados I had a 24 or 26-gallon tank. I don't really know what it was because anytime I ran it empty, it'd still only fill up 19 gallons. So it was a joke when it came to towing. Getting 9 miles a gallon, I could only get a few hours out of a drive. The other thing that's nice here is a 360-degree camera package that gets your rear and front cameras, your bed cameras, and obviously your 360-degree. And of course, the front runner of this is the 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine that gives you all the power for the towing with that low torque band, 500 foot-pounds of torque. Compared that to the 6.2 Silverados I had, the 6.2s were very powerful. They had a nice sound, fun to drive, but this is just different. It's a little smoother. It's a little more zippy from the gate, and it definitely revs up faster when you see the towing videos here in a little bit. All right, guys, as I mentioned here, I want this to be a raw video showing you all the fun stuff that's cool. So one of the first things, show you the key fob. So one of the cool things is this guy's in your pocket. You walk out to the truck. I'll show you these LED lights. Senses the fob once you get in within range. And it kicks on. Truck kicks on, lights it up. There's the LEDs. You can see I backed off, got out, back in range here. Here's the truck. The other thing, you can see how it really lights up the ground even. The spotlights on the mirrors here. At night, this thing is really good to walk up to. really approachable. Now I'm gonna get in here with all the lights off so you can kind of see how the inside looks in the graphics. Ford does these fun little animations when you get in here. Also ambient lighting. Glows there, glows there, glows down there. Most of the controls, buttons, most of that stuff all lights up in here. My Silverados, most of it did not seem to light up for some reason. Here, let's play that animation again here. So there's what you're greeted with when it starts. While we are in here, let's look at the light mode. The night mode. The light night mode. Automatically changes over to this kind of blue hue at night. For the interface, this is not going to be a dive into the interface. Plenty of videos like that on there. The screen in here is huge, big, beautiful. When I first hopped in, when I was looking at these, I thought, well, you know what, that's kind of gaudy, a little big maybe. And the gauge cluster is kind of weird because it's the Lariats, it's all digital. So again, if you're looking at an XLT trim, this is going to be a little bit different. I believe the screen is pretty much the same here. The XLT trim here does not have a full digital gauge. It's something you get in the base Lariat. And really the only difference is the RPMs and the miles per hour is analog. But the screen, I believe, in the XLT is still digital in the middle, where it says full accessory power active. Again, a little bit better shot of some of the lighting in here. Just a nice glow. In the back glows as well. And then down at the floorboards. Okay. So let's talk about some of the likes and dislikes, specifically compared to this truck, to the past F-150s, but also to the Silverados and even the 250 I was in. Okay, first like. It's got to be this revised interior, okay? The F-150 interior was starting to fall behind. Everyone praises Ram. You know, I gave Ram good looks. I test drove a ton. I tried to like them. The interior is nice in some areas. In some areas, it seems like they just tried to either do too much, with too much stitching, too much detail, too many different materials. In complete contrast, the Chevy Silverados tried to do too little. A sea of plastic. There's really no design to the dash. It was like they just took a flat piece of plastic and just stuck a bunch of buttons. I will say, finding everything, easy layout, convenient, everything was within reach where you needed it. They still had buttons, and that's the biggest gripe against the Ram, going with their big monster vertical screen. By the way, horizontal screen, way better than a vertical screen. The Ram with the big screen, you lose buttons, and guys with trucks, gloves, fat fingers, whatever, you want to be able to touch a button, and you don't want to have to go into these big screens and navigate through there. So I commend Ford and GM for maintaining kind of some of the buttons and on some of those things. Like number two, so actually let me go back. The interior upgrades of the Ford compared to the outgoing generation, much improved. I really like it. I think it's very clean and simple, and yet the right amount of detail. They have some of these, you know, brushed aluminum touches mixed in with some black and dark gray plastics. Steering wheel is fat compared to a Chevy, and it's a little bit, there's some soft feel here. They have the kind of this denim-y rubberized vinyl up here. Again, I won't get into that, plenty of reviews saying it. Over here they have a unique material, and I kind of like this kind of copper-esque sort of looking thing. They're not trying to be fake wood, they're not trying to be some cheesy brush thing, they're just trying to give you a little bit different texture that doesn't look like it's trying to be something else. It's trying to be its own thing here. A lot of reviews get into sort of the nitpicky nature of, oh, there's plastic down here, and oh, this little chrome plastic seems really cheap to me, and why they do that? Who cares, guys? It's a truck. The stuff you touch, my elbow, this isn't leather, I can tell, but it's still soft, it's padded. The Chevy version has a kind of a cutout here, which was cool for your phone, but it had stitching here, and it was not real soft. And honestly, the stitching, which Ford has here, was right here, and you put your elbow on, and it nitpicky. But when you're driving, your elbow is running against that kind of scratchy stitching. In general, the quality level is just up a significant notch in here from the outgoing generation, specifically against the Silverado. And then the Ram, they had nice soft seats, nice stuff. But again, I like kind of the clean simplicity, the silvers, the blacks, little touches of chrome that's kind of going on in the F-150s. Let's see, I'll grab my coffee. Yeti, overpriced, overhyped, but hey, you know what? Still use it, right? Moving on, like number 2. I think this is a like anyway. I'm pretty sure it's not cheesy. Anyway, it's this, all the drive modes Ford's had. So down here on the Lariat trim, again, Lariat, you get the 4 auto. XLTs, I believe, you stick to just 4 high and 4 low. The drive mode, so you turn this dial and it changes the screens to different drive modes. Here, I'll show you. So normal mode. Here's tow haul mode. So it changes everything to kind of this yellow look. And that's what it looks like when you're going. It also changes some of the information you get, as you can see, with the dials there. So again, I think that is a cool thing. Again, I'm sure they spent a lot of time. I can't imagine how many hours they spent in their design room deliberating between what the graphics look like. But hey, it's just one of those things that Ford's doing that kind of sets itself apart. Is it worth paying extra money for? No, but it's there. Okay, next thing. This has the upgraded lane keeping assist package, which really gets you this button here, and I believe that button there, because that's an automatic cruise. So the lane keeping, really what it does is it keeps you in your lane. I have found it's semi-annoying. It does like to hug the center line for some reason. Compared to my Silverados with compared to the Silverados with the same lane keep assist, that was odd in its own right. So that gave you the ping pong ball effect. If anyone's had it, they know you get over to the side or to the line, and it nudges you aggressively toward the other way, and then it just kind of keeps it going and then freaks out, flashes, whatever. This doesn't do that. This keeps you going, and you can literally take your hands off and just let it go, since Ford has that co-pilot over the air 2.0, 3.0, 20.0, I don't know what it is, where you can download over the air when it comes out for auto driving. So this does actually a really good job of auto driving, but it does like to hug the lane. It does fight you a little bit on the highway. If I am towing, I will shut it off, because if you get a tiny bit of wiggle in towing in the rear end, then it just kind of freaks out, and it overcorrects you, and it's just not pleasant. So anyway, I shut off the lane keep assist. You simply do that just by pushing the button. Boom, it's off. So anyway, that is a like, but also a dislike at the same time. I like having it. It keeps it easier center to drive, but at the same time, they need to take some of the aggression out of it. The next oddity of the 2021 F-150 is this column shifter. I know everyone has seen the videos of it going down. I push the button right there, boom, it goes down. My truck does not have the folding center console, so it doesn't fold forward to create that flat surface. Those few $100 upgrade, didn't get it, but then again, I didn't order this truck, I found on the lot. So you know, it's a party trick. I've used it like twice ever, but again, I can see where it could be a benefit if guys are pulling up, putting that down, flipping this down, setting their laptop there, because you do have both a 12 volt and a 400 watt power outlet there. There's also a power outlet and 12 volt and 12 volt behind the seat in the console. There's also another power outlet in the bed. This does not have the onboard generator. I heavily debated the power boost, but I decided that the 3.5 was at this point pretty tried and true. It gave me the best payload numbers, and I can show you that here. Boom, payload. This is a white power boost I looked at. You can see the payload is a little less than my truck here. Okay, let's take a look at the outside. Guys, I said this is raw. This is how people use their trucks. It's dirty. I didn't get it all polished up here. I didn't take time to clean it because that's not realistic. That's not how people are using or maybe should be using their trucks. Another dislike, these Scorpion ATRs, they're extremely soft. Get a lot of squishiness when towing. I can see where they would want to have a nice soft tire on there for test drives and whatnot, but I'm probably going to swap these out for maybe an LT. I'm not sure, but I'm going to put something with more tread on them. You also see I did add Bilstein 5100s to the back. Those are a great improvement to really smooth things out from a towing standpoint. Not a lot of difference in ride when not towing, but I think it's for $100 a piece, well worth it. I also have a nice scratch there thanks to my daughter trying to help me wash it. Moving inside, a better shot of the interior. Not going to get a huge long video here. This is how people use it. They may not all have two kids, kid in a car seat and a carrier, but the nice thing about the F-150, especially compared to the GMC and the GM kids, are the things in the back seat here. So there's more space in the back seat. Space meaning behind the seats, between the seat and the passenger seats and driver seats. This floor is also flat. GMs have a nice hump in there. Show you this view, a little bit of a weird view, but you can see it's flat. Along with that is cup holders. Kids drink. My wife has 19 cups with her. Ford likes to put in cups. This is something that I feel the other manufacturers actually copied from Ford. You can see big cup holders there, of course, two here, two here. Center folds down, two more. Chevy used to not have any cup holders right here, so they've added those on their most recent 2019s, I believe is what they did. They also took some other cues from Ford. Their previous models also did not have vents in back, so they stole from Ford vents and cup holders. The other thing this has, you can see outlets back here. Very nice because they give you basically every kind of charging device you can have for kids and devices. So we have USB-C, standard USB, we got the outlet, the 400 watt, and then a 12 volt. So every kind of charging device you need is back here. This has heated seats. I honestly forgot about that. Kids can't take advantage of that because of their car seats, but you can just see the room in here. The fold flat bench as well as a completely flat floor. You don't realize how big of a deal that can be when you're loading and using stuff. And I know I've had Silverado for several years. The new ones have a lower hump, but it's still there. And I loved getting back into the Ford with a flat floor. A little vent on the screen so you can see we bought that Insignia DVD player. Got two of them for about $100. keep one in here, keep one in my wife's Tahoe. You know, Tahoes, SUVs, they like to put the screens in the back or in the roof, and you pay anywhere from $600 to $2,000 on the new Tahoes nearly. I know that because we bought one, and we did not outfit it because for $100 you can put 20 of these suckers in there for the same price. And I go online and just read the reviews of the sad moms and dads where the kid gets mad and kicks it and cracks the screen because they put that sucker right there. So you enjoy that big screen that also cannot play a DVD, by the way. It doesn't even get a DVD player for that price. Just a view of the cockpit. Just more of a walk around of the 2021 F-150. This is a Lariat trim again with a chrome package. Not a big fan of chrome, but it is a little bit more durable. I do some gravel and some other stuff. I might wrap the bumpers, but I actually really like these wheels. They come with a chrome package. They're 20-inch. You can see the size of these tires are these Scorpion ATRs, 275/60 R20s. The chrome package on the Lariat, you get the chrome badge in here. You get chrome skull caps. Very similar to the XLT chrome package. However, the Lariat big distinction is you add this chrome band across there. The back tailgate. This has the tailgate, automatic tailgate. You push it down, comes down slowly. My Chevys were faster. So I am rocking the bed rug. I've had this in 3 trucks now. I don't pay for the spray on. The bed rug costs a few $100. I love this thing. It's soft, it padded, it vacuums out. We do tailgating and some other stuff, so it's a great for that. You know, if I was hauling more construction stuff, gravel, dirt all the time like that, probably wouldn't opt for that, although it does really pad everything, make it nice. But it's not the easiest to clean all the time if you're needing to do something beyond vacuuming. Also, if you do like grass and lawn clippings, the grass sticks to this stuff like Velcro. So I put down a tarp if I'm mowing the lawn and getting rid of grass clippings. So just a little heads up there. You can see the power outlet here. Okay, Chevy, GM, and Ram, everybody but Ford. Ram, why don't you put bed lights in here as nearly standard? Chevy and Ford, it's not quite standard, but they put the LED bed lights in here. Ram is like impossible to find it in an add-on package. And GM, why don't you put a button? Put a button there, turn it on. Don't have to go inside the cab to turn it on. Come on. Other upgrades I did, I added a swing case. Just pull it here, swings out. Pretty nice for keeping tow hooks and ropes and things like that, because with car seats it's a pain in the butt to flip that seat up because you really can't. Okay, the other thing, I rock their revolvers. Awesome aluminum roll up tonneau covers. There's a couple of these full aluminums on the market. I prefer this because it actually locks on the side here. You can see this engages this clip that locks. Some still use aluminum rolls, but they still use Velcro. I don't get why they use Velcro, but anyway. Tailgate step, everyone's seen that. Everyone's seen the gimmicky yardstick they put on here with the beer holders. Okay, automatic tailgate. People say this is gimmick. I say until you have one, it's like a heated steering wheel. You will miss it if you ever go away. I use this if we're carrying a sheet of plywood or something. I want to throw it in the back. You know, you load them in this way, and then you lift them up so you can put the tailgate up. So here you can just lift it, and it'll just go up all the way. You can use your knee, you can do whatever. You can still push the button, you can also push the fob. Why is that important? Just because it is. Okay, part 2, we will get into some of the towing dynamics of the truck. So stay tuned, click and go watch that video. Thanks.